Later today, both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are headed to battleground North Carolina for events in what's becoming one of the most highly contested states in this final stretch, essential to both teams' strategies. The latest poll has Clinton up by 3 points, but that is within the margin of error. And in the first presidential election since changes to the Voting Rights Act, North Carolina has become really ground zero for charges of violations. I want to talk about it now with Dallas Woodhouse, the executive director of the North Carolina Republican Party. Dallas, hi, thanks for joining us here.
Great to be with you, Hallie.
On a very busy news day, this hour, our MSNBC Zach Roth is reporting just moments ago that the Justice Department is planning to send election monitors to 4 North Carolina counties: Wake County, Cumberland, Robeson, Forsyth. This is after that NAACP lawsuit. Your reaction?
Well, we don't actually know that. We don't know exactly why those election monitors are coming, but we welcome them. Particularly in Robeson County, North Carolina, we've had 2 or 3 elections of where Democrats were engaged in vote buying. Those things had to be thrown out, and so we welcome them, Justice Department monitors, to help us stop that kind of illegal behavior and protect everybody's right to vote in North Carolina. And Hallie, what's good in North Carolina is we are seeing record turnout for early voting in North Carolina. A lot of Republicans voting, a lot of everybody voting. We have record turnout for early voting, and that's a great thing to see.
But let me sort of stick on this subject, and just so you know, Dallas, I mean, I'm reading from Zach's reporting here that just came out in my iPad really within the last hour, that says that the State Board of Elections is aware that the DOJ is going to be monitoring certain precincts within those 4 counties, and that chief judges must allow those federal observers in the polling places. This sounds like something that you sort of must accommodate here. The U.S. District Judge, who was overseeing this NAACP lawsuit in your state, said that she was, quote, horrified by the number of voter...
But you are trying to connect 2 things that we don't actually know that are connected.
Okay.
The Justice Department doesn't announce why they come.
I'm not saying that they are, but I'm saying that you don't have a choice to welcome them or not, right? I mean, you kind of have to accept these federal observers in your state.
But you are asserting a reason why they are coming that we don't know is true.
It is
what I'm trying to tell you. But the bottom line is, look, we're glad to have them. It's great. Look, these are the same career, nonpartisan professionals at the Justice Department that are investigating Hillary Clinton's email problems and investigating the Clinton Foundation scandal. We welcome them to North Carolina. We are an open book. At the Republican Party, we have pretty good election procedures in North Carolina. We have had some problems in Robeson County with Democrat vote buying. That's why we had to redo a couple of elections, and so we're glad that they can go down there and help us.
Wait a second. Let me go back to this. You talked about some of the issues or your pretty good record, but I want to talk about this Reuters report on a batch of emails, including some of yours, that talk about obviously limiting voting hours in North Carolina. They're reporting that you wrote, quote, I'm pulling it up on screen here, Dallas, many of our folks are angry and opposed to Sunday voting, that 6 days of voting in 1 week is enough. They also report that you urged members of the GOP serving on county election boards to follow the, quote, party line on early voting. Giving you a chance here, explain that to us.
I mean, we have a partisan system. We gave them some legal advice. The bottom line, though, is we have conducted this election under virtually all Democrat rules. We voted on Sundays. Look, there's some people in the Republican Party that do think that 6 days a week is enough of voting. I mean, we have 17 days of early voting. I assume that you're in New York or New Jersey, where they have not one single day of early voting, not one. 60 miles to my north, Virginia has not one single day of early voting. We have 17. North Carolina Republicans and our boards of elections have offered more early voting sites and more early voting hours than the Democrats ever did. And we are seeing record turnout with early voting. We don't have a suppression vote problem in North Carolina. The Democrats have a depression problem. And you know why? It's very simple. Their candidate, if elected, could have these on inauguration day.
You're bringing props for our show here, Dallas? That's a pair of hands.
Absolutely.
Is this the kind of rhetoric that you want to be seeing 5 days out from an election?
Well,
you're holding up handcuffs on our
line.
here.
Look, here's the bottom line. Mr. Obama was here in North Carolina yesterday at Chapel Hill, a very liberal area, had a big rally. Guess what? He is not her. He is much more inspiring to people in North Carolina to vote than she is. You know, she is accused of misdeeds with her email. She is accused of problems with the Clinton Foundation. People in America don't trust her. And that's why Democrats have a depression problem. There is no suppression problem because early voting is vastly up all across North Carolina.
So much to get into here, Dallas. I'm getting a hard wrap from my producer, but I want to have you back to dive into some more of this
Well, I mean,
soon.
you know, your producer should loosen up because we make good TV together, Miss Jackson.
Dallas Woodhouse, thank you very much. Much more ahead on MSNBC. Melania Trump about to give her first